Hello guys, I'm going to show a video about introduction to automation. I will explain clearly about automation. I'm doing this video because my friends and family said first try to introduce about the automation and PLC, then go to stimulation. It will be easy to understand when we watch the video. So I'm going to show about the automation, its introduction, and what are the automation or what is automation. So let's go into the. So I've used a Word, Microsoft Word, to explain about the introduction to automation. In automation, we are going to see about industrial automation. In industrial automation, there are mainly three types of industrial automation we use. One is distribution control system (DCS), and second one is a programmable automation control (PAC), and third one is programmable logic control or circuit, which is PLC. And in upcoming videos, I'm going to show about the introduction to PLC and its types, and DCS will be also shown in the upcoming videos. So let's go to automation. The definition of automation is allocation of human control sequence given to the technical equipment to control the output of the process, which means by using a technical equipment, which is PLC, DCS, or PAC, by giving an input and a program to that equipment, we can control the process, output process, or control and monitor the output process. Why automation? We use automation because there are certain advantages in automation, like manpower record is less, and efficient is higher in automation, and safety is higher in automation. There will be no human error because all the process done by the machine, so there will be no human error. The accuracy will be high because when compared to the human, the machine will do the process or process in accurate form. The production will be more because the manpower cannot work more than 8 hours per day. There should need to be shift, but the automation process, by using PLC or DCS, we can work more long per day, like maybe more than 12 hours, or including 24 hours we can work. The main disadvantage of PLC are failure of the system and installation cost. The failure of the system can be overcome by introducing a concept called redundancy. Redundancy is nothing but of bypassing a system which is failed at the time by using another system, like a parallel connection. If the first PLC fails, second PLC can be bypassed, and the second PLC can take over the process on itself. But it will increase the installation cost because PLC may cost more than 1 lakh. By installing two PLC, it can cost 2 lakhs. So it can increase the installation cost. But when compared to the downtime in the production, the installation cost is much lower than the downtime cost, which is maybe more than crores. There will be lack of production, so it may cost more downtime cost. So when compared to that, installation cost is much lower. Let's go about to history of automation. First, a manual mode of control is used in automation, where the human manpower is used to control the process, but it may take more long time, and the safety is not in manual mode of control. So we switched from the manual mode of control to electrical or hardware control, which we used relays and wires. The main disadvantages of electrical or hardware controls are space required is very high, heat losses may occur, troubleshooting is difficult, frequent maintenance is required, circuit is complex, power consumption is high, no human or equipment safety. So these are the disadvantages of electrical control. So to overcome that, we gone to the electronics control, which is microprocessor, microcontroller, PLC, DCS, and PAC, which has an advantages of space required is less, power consumption is less, safety is high, maintenance cost is also less. But the main advantages of disadvantages of microprocessor and microcontrollers are to change the program in the microprocessor or microcontrollers is a kind of a difficult thing. To expand the IOs in microprocessor and microcontrollers are difficult, but it cannot also withstand the industrial temperature. but PLC and DCS can withstand the industrial temperature. So we use in automation, industrial automation, these three things: PLC, DCS, and pack. We use reason for why you use PLC? Reason for choosing PLC in industries. This is the basic element that we use in PLC, and a PC for PLC programming, and the PLC controller, where we can see input terminals, output terminals, power supply, communication port, line to extension port, and inside the PLC we can see CPU and a memory unit. The power supply given to the PLC will be around 24-volt DC or 240-volt AC. That depends upon the PLC, which has SMPS, switch mode power supply, which we will go through in second video, in the upcoming video. So the reason for choosing this PLC are input and output module can be expanded using an expansion port. Then we can attach more number of inputs and more number of outputs by PLC, where we can control a large unit. To change the program and the logic is very easy in a PLC, because we can download or upload the program from the PLC or from the PC to PLC, which is very easy, and we can change the logic very easily in computer and PC, and we can download to the PLC. And troubleshooting is easy in PLC, because LED indicates show that this input is working or not, or the power supply is wrong. We can easily detect by using the PLC. But the main advantage, it can withstand the industrial temperature, which is around 0 to 60 degrees Celsius, where it can withstand up to 60 degrees Celsius. So we can work in the industries area which has high temperature area. This is the layout of the PLC, where we can see the first three terminals is phase, neutral, and common, or positive, negative, and common. We can give 24-volt DC for this PLC if there is a positive and negative terminal, or phase and neutral we can give 240-volt AC, which has an SMPS inside in it. Without it, we should give an SMPS. The power phase and neutral should be given to an SMPS, and from the SMPS 24-volt should be given to the PLC. And we can see the input terminals and output terminals, and a common which can attach to the neutral or a negative thing. So we can also see an expansion port and an LED induction. Expansion port is used to expand the input output module, so we can give more number of inputs and outputs. And communication port is used to communicate with the PC or communicate with the other types of hardwares like servo motor and VFD drives, etc. We can communicate through those. And this is the PLC layout. The input we used in PLC are in the form of two types: analog and digital input. For digital input, we use push buttons, switch sensors, selector switches, sensors and selector switches, toggle buttons, etc. For analog input, we use devices like level transmitter, pressure transmitter, valve, temperature transmitter, etc., which will give an input like in volts or ampere. Will be around 0 to 10 volts, or 4 to 20 milliamps, or 0 to 20 milliamps, like that, which is further converted into resolution, which can be understand by the PLC processor, because PLC processor can only understand bits, right, from zeros and ones. So it is converted from the voltage to resolution, which can be understood by PLC processor. And we use for outputs like switching devices, which is a relay. A relay is used to open or close the electrical circuit in output. We can also use the relay for safety also. Relay, the structure of relay is this. We commonly use electromechanical relay. It works like when supply is given to this coil, it get energized and a magnetic flux is created, which will attract the common terminal from NC to NO. This completes the circuits. Now we can see a diagram which shows it. If the switch 1 is on, 12 volt is given to the magnetic circuit, which will energize it, and magnetic flux is created in here, which will attract the common from NC to NO, which will complete the load. AC line is given to the load, which it can be a motor or something. AC line is given, it completes the circuit. So if switch 1 is on, the load is on. Switch 2 is off, load is off. So this is how the automation is done by using PLC. That's all, guys. This is about the automation. It's the introduction about automation. The next video I will show the introduction about the PLC, programmable logic control. So thumbs up, guys. Thanks for watching. next video I will show definitely about the introduction of a PLC. And thanks for watching. Please like, share, and comment. If you're interested, please subscribe. Thank you, guys. See you later.